multiplying and dividing rational numbers. To multiply fractions, you simply multiply straight across the numerator and straight across the denominator. And of course, always remember, we have to simplify any fractional answers. So if we had, for example, 2/3 times 3/4, multiplying, you multiply straight across. 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 4 is 12. But now we have to simplify. Remember we said when we were simplifying, anything they have in common we could divide out. Anything on the top and the bottom. And look over here, we could have done that in our problem, right? Instead of dividing a 6 here, we could say, oh, look, this 3 and that 3, I could just divide out. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Oh, and these both have a 2 in common. So 2 divided by 2 leaves 1, but 4 divided by 2 leaves 2. And then all of these left a 1, right? 1 times 1 and 1 times 2. Okay, so it turns out that when we're multiplying fractions, we should always simplify our numbers inside the problem. It's always easier to make your numbers smaller instead of bigger, right? Because we have to simplify. This is going to be really important when we add variables to our problems. Okay, and it's really important if we have numbers bigger than, 3s and 4s and 6s. Really important. Now, to divide fractions, we change it to multiplication by the reciprocal of the divisor. Recall that the reciprocal is found by flipping or inverting the fraction. So if this would have been 2/3 divided by 3/4, we're going to change it to multiplication by keeping the first one the same, change it to multiplication, and use the reciprocal. And then we finish by multiplying. So copy, dot, flip. That's for dividing. Multiplying, you multiply straight across. Divide, copy, dot, flip. And then it's a regular multiply. You multiply straight across. Okay? We only can simplify in the problem in multiplication. We have to wait until this is multiplication before we simplify. I could not have simplified when it's a division problem. All right, so let's look at a couple of examples. Okay, it's a multiplication problem, so I just multiply straight across. But first of all, if it's a multiplication problem, see if there's anything the same in the numerator and denominator that we can divide out. Oh, there's not, so multiply straight across. There's one negative, so my answer is going to be negative. 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 2 is 16. And because there was nothing inside the problem that would simplify, I know the answer won't simplify. Okay, this is a multiply. Okay. 2 negatives, so my answer is going to be positive, so I'm done worrying with those negatives. Notice on this one I have a 3 and a 12. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now a 5 doesn't have anything in common with a 4 or an 8, so that's all I can do. Now my problem is 1 times 5 and 8 times 4. Okay. Oh, a division, it's copy, dot, flip. Now, if it's a whole number, don't forget any whole number we can make look like a fraction by putting it over 1. So now I see, oh, flip is 1 over 15. Okay. 1 negative sign, so my answer is going to be negative. But I also notice, oh look, 5 and 15. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now, 6 and 3 is both on the bottom, so I have to have one on top and one on bottom to simplify. 1 times 1 is 1. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, it's a division. So it's copy, dot, flip. Okay, oh, now 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. Once everything's simplified, multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, multiply, you simplify and multiply straight across. Divide, you change it to multiply by copy, dot, flip. Okay, let me know if you need anything.